get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there.
More from L.A. in a moment. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He was brought down at the 8-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And to give this time to the tailback. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Second and 12.
The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Complete to number 89. Out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and...
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What do they...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Raiders are on their way to a 2-0 start. But that makes this a two-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
From a couple yards deep.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
That's it. Big hit. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 6.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
An extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. A gain of 6 there on first. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Chargers 36-yard line.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
14 yards. First down, Raiders.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
So the Chargers now down by 13, and time a huge factor. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught on the right side.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Watch 7. We got trips over here.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Raiders Chargers likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Las Vegas,
it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Miles. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.